y'all back to What Now Garage. It's been 2 years since we've been on this. A lot's been done to this car here, the 52 Plymouth. We've done a lot of paint work, body work, and things like that nature. Sorry I couldn't get everything recorded. Like I said in the last video before everything came down off YouTube, computer kind of burnt up, camera was kind of like in and out. SD cards don't work. Happens. I got some awesome gifts for Christmas, so now I have a GoPro now and a new computer, so now I can do a lot of more editing. Now I can get back to doing all this stuff again. So to catch y'all up, we'll just go around and actually look at it. The 52 has been done in a candy green paint, also a hunter green paint with glitter on top. The fabric on top of there, and actually sprayed the glitter and all in it, and then kind of cleared it, 6-coat the clear coat. Interior wise, we did some carpeting, some outdoor carpeting and stuff like that, as y'all can see. This seat's actually folded up. That's the reason what we're working on today. You can see that seat there is mounted there. We're gonna actually build some seat mounts. Took all this out. This is actually boat foam that's on the doors. It actually came out really, really good. I wish I could have got all this stuff on camera. But like I said, today we're gonna actually start making seat mounts for these, so we can mount these. These are actually, I forgot what year they're from. I want to say 90s, early 2000 Honda Civic seats. Yes, I know, Civic seats, but that's what we got. I took the full seat out. The seat was actually broke. There's nothing I could do about it. It is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and make us some mounts and stuff like that, and then I'll bring out to the table where the metal and all is, and we'll go from there. All right, so we got 1-inch angle iron, 1/8 inch thick. So we're gonna end up doing this. I'm not gonna make it the same way as I made the last one. The last one I made, actually box it all in. Really don't need that much strength for that. It's literally holding Honda Civic seats in somebody's butt in a seat. So what we're going to end up doing is the measurements for it were, sorry about the background noise. I know this camera probably picks up the background noise a lot better than the other one did. The measurements was 20 inches by 21. So we're going to go ahead and just start measuring this stuff out and start cutting. I got my welder in the background, walking around in the background over there. She don't want to be in the film, so you'll see her with her mask on, but you ain't gonna see nothing else. But you can probably see her now because she's walking right over there on the corner of the camera. But she doesn't know all that. Now she's hiding in the house. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and just make the first cut at 20. Second cut at 21 inches. The thing about it is that the way I'm building this one, like I said, I'm not building the same as the other one. I kind of went overkill on the driver's side. Kind of like I said, it's the first hand at fabricating something, and I just went a little bit overboard. But that being said, it's better to go overboard than not enough. But this one we're gonna kind of just build. Like I said, I'm gonna do the cutting. She wants to learn how to weld. So she gonna be on camera with the big American flag welding helmet on. That's how you'll know it's her. But you can better see her face. I'm sure she's gonna just keep her helmet on all the time. But I'll try to stay over here. I got a bug shield to put on her truck, bug deflector to put on her truck. So while she's welding, I'm gonna run away, see what she's gonna do. But like I said, first cut's gonna be 20. Second cut's gonna be 21. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all 4 pieces at one time. That way we just have everything ready to go, and she can just get the welding. I'm gonna cut, I'll show y'all the other pieces after I get done cutting this. But the other pieces are gonna probably be like a 2-inch or 2.5 inch. Probably gonna do about 5 of them to lift the seat up that high. And then get her to weld those together. Get her to weld the 2 together, the other 2 together. We'll drill the holes. Get her to weld the 5 pieces in there, and then go mount it in the car. See how it's gonna come out. One. Like I said from the beginning, none of these are really show car quality builds. They're just kind of budget builds. Kind of like for like the weekend warriors who want to come out here and build stuff and not have to worry about people like making fun of their stuff. So, like I said, I self-taught weld, well, pretty much self-taught mechanic. Worked offshore 20 years, like I said, worked on stuff. Love to do this full time, but can't do it. Like so. We'll use these little ones for tabs. So let's find the big piece that I had. There it is. So what I'm going to do now, taking the easy way out, is just take this, line that up, mark it, cut it. People at home, do not do this. This is retarded. That is definitely not the right way to measure something and put something together, but like I said, you're not going to even see this because it's going to be under the seats. And actually, that's perfect. So ignore what I said. You gotta see over them line up. Now, I got all this hot metal on me, which is awesome. Let's measure some tabs. So the last one I had was approximately like 2 inches or so. I'm thinking about just going 2.5 inches. So let's go over here and just pick it up. So we're going to cut 3 1/8 to make up the gap that we're going to be putting on these because of a the other one's offset. Like I said, the last one I did I boxed in. This one here we're not boxing. So actually we're going to cut 3 1/8. So we'll cut 1 for each corner and then 2 in the centers on the back sides. Actually I might just do 6. So we can just box these in instead of boxing that in. Find the old pin. Let's see what we got. Slice and dice. We'll give y'all a little bit more room. A little too close. Don't worry, we're going to grind these down to make them flat. That's good. I'm not going to leave these all boogered up. Actually, we could probably put a little couple of weld anyway. And don't do what I do. Just go change your wheel out. That way you ain't gonna sit here and burn yourself up and mess everything else up. So there we go. We got 6 of those. You can go over here. We'll use that for something later. I got plans for that later. Plan on building a bracket that actually goes across because it doesn't mount to the floor on the other side. But basically what's gonna go on is we're gonna take this, take a 21, take a 20. Basically, you want to take it and weld it together. Not necessarily like that, but just getting the idea. We're going to take one of these, mount it, each corner, kind of box in the corners. So when we go ahead and take the next step to go up on the next one, you kind of follow the direction that I'm going in. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up with the welder, and then I'm going to be off camera. Somebody else is going to be in front of the camera, so good luck. All right, so now we're going to weld the things together. She's going to weld, I'm just here instructing, I guess. So we're going to square this off. Like I said, I already cut everything out. So we're going to do a couple tacks here, a couple tacks there. Once everything's tacked to where it looks satisfying, enough to where she can start welding, she's going to start welding. So I'm gonna make sure the thing's squared, and then we'll get the welding. there. The fan ground ain't working. Do this and set this up. Might need one of those metalworking tables. See right there? Put the top right there. Right there on this pole at the top. Let me turn it to the Keep going. Keep going. Pull it. Take that wire. So whenever you go to tack, you wanna don't be scared to tack it like this, kind of like that. Yep. So I laid a lot of bead down.
Yep.
Got your tack. So let me see something. Before we start. Oh, that's money. So don't worry about that little wire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tack down at the bottom, and then hold up, don't tack there. I ain't got my mask on. Tack here at the bottom, then we'll come to the inside, put a couple tacks there on the inside, and we'll put that metal in there, and then we'll fully weld. All right? Get at it. All right, let's put some on the inside.
On the inside?
You can move the metal. The metal's rubbed together. It's not going to move.
Right here, right?
Yep. Don't drag. Just when you go to tack, just watch my hand. When you go to tack, just hold it. See how far I am from it? Boom. Tack. Right here. Tack.
You don't want me to move it?
Don't move. The only time you're gonna move is when you're welding.
Okay.
All right, so hold up. Where'd that metal go?
The little piece? Right here?
Is that it? Slide that in there. Like that. So, whenever you're gonna weld this, just like how I had the height, just weld it, just come along, slowly move this way. Right, need to turn it around so you can get to it? Like this. That's what's good about having a table. You can take this. Is that better?
Right there?
Yep. Just turn up the way up. Well. There you go. Forward twist. So when you're doing that, try to drag so fast. Watch when I do this bottom one.
Oops, sorry.
This one right here. Watch how far I am. Got slow brother.
Okay.
Boom. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. So we're gonna go up this one.
Okay.
This corner.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
And drag it.
Move it to where it works for you. Check it out. Alright, so about it at the top. You go. Alright. We'll break that off. Alright, so what we'll do now, flip her over. We're gonna fill this line in. Out, it's hot. Fucking mask. Hold on, get the mask. So this line here, that line there, and it's slither that. So we're gonna grind all these welds off. That's the side you're gonna see. So go ahead. You ain't gonna be straight up. You hear me? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Watch.
So I can be at an angle.
You don't have to be. See how I got like this?
Mm-hmm.
Watch yourself. Back up. Back up a little bit. See how I got like the angle?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be like this.
Okay.
Put it at an angle. Put it at an angle where it's comfortable. If you need it to go like this, you go like that, you go like this.
Okay.
Wherever is comfortable for you.
Okay. So we're done on this one, right?
Yep, that one's done. So fill in this
We're
gap.
gonna fill in that.
See that gap?
Mm-hmm.
Fill in that gap. We're done in. Perfect. Yep, so we'll ground on that flat.
Mm-hmm.
See this angle? Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Want me to be right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. You can do a slow or fast speed, doesn't matter, as long as you can.
Okay.
Oh, they grind it. So that's kind of. Perfect. That was perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. So, yeah, she's still welding. She's welding the second one. We can get her tacking the second one, but we're welding the second one right now. So, just showing her how to lay things down thick. The welding plate for the whole 600 pounds.
Horrible. Huh? Man, it's horrible.
It's horrible. You need glasses?
What?
You need glasses? Yeah, that's perfect. You just like that. Oh. You. So when you do your tack, just do 2 bubbles. Like I do, and then you come back and once you get yourself tapped where you need to be at, right? And you know it's not gonna move, and you know where it needs to be, weld it. Give me some beads, weld it.
You tack it here, right? And I didn't tack this.
No, I won't. Hey, it's all tacked. Weld.
Just weld?
Just weld. Just weld. Alright, so we got it welded, and I got the first coat of paint on it. I'll bring y'all in so you can actually see what it looks like. Now, I know most people are going to be like, what the hell is that? Well, I didn't build a box because of the way the design of the car is, because of the transmission tunnel. So basically, this is going to be the back, this will be the front. It should be the other way. No, sorry. This would be the back, and this would be the side that faces the outside of the car, the passenger side. I made a metal brace in here, and a brace here, and an actual little stub that sticks out. So I'm going to end up drilling a hole there for the front seat. It's hard to build a square there. I mean, if I had time and stuff like that to get it done correctly, I'd probably do it that way and build an actual just a box around. The other one doesn't even have this, and it actually sits pretty tight. It doesn't move, it doesn't jerk or anything because of the bolts that I have there with the seat. I'm gonna end up making a brace on the other seat. It's just gonna be a brace with a bolt that goes down to the floor itself. But yeah, she welded all this up. A couple spots here and there where it's kind of, you know, it's good. Really wasn't worried about grinding too much at the bottom of the bottom side out. Like you can see the welds and stuff like that, the slag, and I grinded it down to where you can get some of it and get it all scratched up with the paint. But I don't know if I'll get it mounted today. I'll probably do it this weekend. I'm off this weekend. Got patrol tomorrow and Thursday, and so I'll probably continue this video with the installation of it on the car, it being put into the car, and then show you all how it actually sets up and everything like that. Kind of grateful that I got this new camera and stuff like that, so I can actually start doing my videos again. I'm not going to be doing things half-assed. Like I said, I do things on a budget because I don't have the fundings like some of these channels do to do all the big things. So I like doing things where it's budget friendly. Anybody who does this stuff on the weekend can do this kind of stuff. I'll try to make it more entertaining to where it's not just a dull speaking video and stuff like that. But as far as right now, I just want to get this car done and out of the shop. Like I said, I wish I could have had it done on camera. I wish I could have seen it. I mean, there's a lot of things that I did to this car as far as paint wise. I rewired the entire car, front to back, paint, interior. Seats are going to be wrapped in black leather. It's not going to stay gray in the front and then black in the back. I'm going to actually get the seats done in black leather, but that'll be another day. I want to start working on my truck, which will be the next thing we build on. We got some things to do on it. Those who are familiar with the channel know about the Mustang. Bad thing about the Mustang is that it's the engine's kind of bad, and I need to get another engine for it. But for the truck itself, we're going to be doing cab corners, floors. I've already did rockers in previous videos, stuff like that. Interior wise, I want to seats coming out, gas tanks coming out. We're gonna relocate the gas tank under the bed, do some work under the hood. most of y'all who've seen this truck, seen a couple of videos about this truck already. Still got the inline 6 3-speed. Got to change the gasket on the exhaust manifold. Grill's gonna be changed. Want another grill for it. Probably not gonna keep it patina. I'm probably gonna actually paint it back blue. I want to get rid of the trim. I want to weld all the holes in the trim. I want to make it smooth. Top's gonna be like a charcoal color. Bottom's gonna be a blue. I want to put wider tires on it. It's already lowered. I want to redo all under here. I did wire some things just to get it going, but that's gonna be for another video. I just want to show y'all. The other video, I painted the Mustang, had it all done. I really wasn't satisfied with it, so I put it back into the shop and was gonna start working on it again, and it got backed into. Nobody's fault really. We had a little get together over here, somebody backed into it. It's fine. I had it in the shop, was gonna start working on it, and then the engine crapped out. So probably gonna swap the engine out on it, and once I get done with this one, we'll move back to the Mustang, do that again. But we have projects on top of projects to do. Small things to my buddy, shout out to my buddy Albert. He's got one just like it. I think his is 72, and so his car may be coming onto the channel. He needs rockers, he needs floors, he needs all kind of stuff done to it. So we may eventually get to his truck, maybe next year or something like that. Small projects here and there, brake jobs. I've done a few brake jobs for people, especially like on my Denali here, on another GMC, a couple cars. I want to change the spring out on the driver's side of this 52 because it's sagging a little bit on the driver's side, not bad, but like I said, we'll get into all that stuff like that later on. But as far as right now, I'm gonna let this dry and hopefully get back on this soon where we can finish this video up. I don't like very long videos, so my videos are usually like 30 to 40 minutes with my editing and stuff like that. So once we get all that done, we'll get it all slapped together. Probably put the Plymouth under here on the carport, go over there by the Mustang, the truck's going to the shop, and then we'll work on the truck after that. So we'll continue this another day. Like I said, I got work tomorrow and Thursday, so this weekend I may finish this video up and we'll have it uploaded this weekend, hopefully. All right. Well, welcome back. It's another day at Woodnut Garage. Kind of gloomy outside, but it's gonna be all right. So, kind of like I said on the last video before we turned in today, I kind of measured it wrong. Well, the person who was welding his phone was my fault. Should have went with my gut. Did it 20 by 20 like I did the last one. So what I decided to do is just take the seat out of the car, set it outside here, and we're going to pretty much just mark the holes where it needs to be. I'm going to take it here and I'm going to end up just cutting this section here right there. I'm going to end up cutting this section here off. You can see it's kind of like, what, 2 inches, inch and 3/4 too long. So I'm just going to mark the holes where they're at. That's where they're going to be drilled at. Cut it. I got another piece that I put somewhere. Oh, right here. For the end cap. So I'll just put another end cap on it. Right there. I'll just re-weld it. And then come to the front, and then we'll just cut that piece, make a new seat mount right there, drill it, and then go from there. And then hopefully I'll get it installed to where everything's fitting right and correct. So I know y'all see me with my phone. I'm not using this GoPro yet, so I'm doing everything from my phone, even though it's voice activated. So we're gonna go ahead and start marking everything. That way we have everything set where it needs to be. My holes drilled. Got everything set up to where all these are even. Not trying to make mistakes this time. busy highway. Once we get done what we're doing, I want to kind of talk about the videos and where we're going to go and what direction we're heading in. Like I said, everything's going to be budget friendly. We're not going to spend a whole bunch of money, but we are going to try to turn out some nice stuff. Where hopefully y'all enjoy. This one's going to be kind of one of those boring videos to where it's not really nothing exciting happening. I know y'all seen this one here move. They move independently, which is weird. But like I said, this one here is probably not gonna be the most exciting video. Like I said, it's gonna be just the welding of this thing. Like I said, I just got all the equipment. I'm gonna try to do at the end of the video, I'm gonna do a tutorial around the car. I'm gonna start it up, drive it out, kind of give y'all a walkthrough around the car, show you what we've done to the car since last. I'm gonna try to put some pictures of it, what it looked like before, and then what it looks like now. So for right now, I got everything marked out where it needs to be, and we can go ahead and get rid of this. Like I said, this one here is not gonna be an exciting video. It's probably gonna be more one of my boring videos, but I want to get back into doing all this stuff, so it is what it is. That's what we're gonna do. So let's get into trimming this out. Hopefully we can get all this stuff done before it starts raining. I'll move this out of here before it gets sparks. See that? Like I said, I'm trying to make it more entertaining, goof off and stuff like that, but for right now I want to kind of get this video out to where I can get off y'all for some entertainment value. About to get back into editing. So short arms. Alright, so let's get this, cut this thing up. kind of bevel these edges around, kind of make it round so this piece, because these pieces of angle iron, they're not square on the inside, they're rounded. So I'm trying to round these corners, that way it kind of sits tight inside there. Don't do what I just did with the flat disc, because it snaps off, it's gonna fly everywhere. Like I said, it's actually like 2:40 in the afternoon, and it looks like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, because I guess we got some rain coming. But we're gonna keep going and do what we do. Let's get it. So basically I'm just grinding down paint, that way we got somewhere for our ground to ground to. Also I'm sure OSHA guys are screaming at me right now. Tuck your shirt in, button it up, we only caught in your disc, and rip your shirt off. It'll be alright. So like I said, all I did was bevel the edge enough to get this piece to fit, and it should fit a lot better now. That fits flush. I'm gonna hurry up and just knock this weld out as best as I can real quick. And I'm just gonna hold it, tack it, and rock. It is getting dark here. Dark 30 out here. Also, lot of people have problems with the welding machines and stuff like that welding. Here's a hobo freight one. So basically, this is a cheap one, but it works. It'll work until it doesn't. So I cut a scrap piece, that way I can get a little gap. Well, we may have to finish this video tomorrow because now it's starting to rain on me. Really about to start raining. All right, well, there goes that plan. We're not gonna let a little rain stop us. Screw that. I could put it in the shop, but I don't want to like being the 52 out and get all wet, and you know it's gonna be driven and everything like that. But we got this completely welded on this side. I want to kind of work on this spot here to kind of do that bracing again. This actually might work better since I've already cut that. I don't want to put it there though, but all this was just so it had somewhere to sit against there. So I may just weld it to the, I'm trying to remember how it's going to sit, so that's going to sit that away. Let's just flip this thing over and look at it. Like I said, if I had like more metal and stuff like that, I would have probably took the time and built the box for it and stuff like that. But all this needs is something to brace on that side to where it's going to sit in the car. That actually might work 1,000 times better if I just welded it to the inside like that. Actually, that might work better. So what we're going to do is we're going to just welding that. So let's grind this real quick. We'll grind this edge on both of these. I'm going to weld it right there. I want to try to get this done. So I really want to get this video done. And get the seat installed, like I said, show y'all what's going on with the car. That way we can kind of get the truck in there, because I've already got stuff for the truck that needs to be done already. So we'll do a whole breakdown of the truck. Like I said, I already got like cap corners and stuff like that. I got some metal to do like the flooring, to tackle that kind of stuff. So we have enough to do on the truck right now. We're worried to worry about it. Oh, that gap up. I think it's gonna be just fine. Once I get it installed, y'all will see what I'm talking about the whole that piece of the floor. Like I said, I went out and bought more metal. I'm trying to spend as much money on all this stuff. Keep it a bit budget friendly. Kind of have people come up with their own ideas of doing stuff. Not everybody's idea is correct, but as long as you're having fun doing it, is it really wrong? Packed in place. Turn the heat down just a little bit. And like that, she's welded. Like I said, there's not gonna be much weight on this, but I wanna make sure that it's gonna be strong enough to hold what I need it to hold. So we may give her a little flippy flip and just kind of run like a little weld right there on the back side, kind of just give it a little bit more extra support. But it ain't gonna need much support there because the rest of the seat is gonna hold. There we go. Like I said, it doesn't need to be super strong because it's not really holding much there. Like majority of your weight's gonna be held here, here, here. This is just to hold the seat up off the floor where the tunnel is. Like I said, the way that tunnel is designed, it's like a regular transmission tunnel, but the way it's made, that transmission is so tight against the floor. You really can't get a bolt through the floor where that seat goes because it had a full bench seat, so your bolts are on each side. Now I'm changing it to where you have a bolt on 4 sides, and you really can't get a bolt where it needs to be. I mean, I could have probably took it and jogged this over and came in, but you still wouldn't be able to bolt the seat to it because you still would have to have a leg out for it to get to that actual seat. But when it sits on the floor, you can actually see when this table's not really, besides got that little bit of play, when it bolts down, this is going to be a little bit up. So even if I need to, I can always just bend this up a little bit to make it fit. It's all going to work. So I'm just trying to get it to where I can get my seats in. They're a lot better. Like I said before, it had 20 washers holding the seat up off the floor, which is ridiculous. You should never do that. I did it just to mock it up in the car because I wanted to make sure the seats were going to work. Like I said with the other one, I built the other one up like this one, so it's like 3 1/4 inches because even with the 20 washers, I was still sitting too low in the car. So I wanted to give it a little bit more height. So that's why I built it up a little bit more. So basically I still have all my holes from the top where I can drill. Get all these drilled out to where it's gonna actually sit, the seat's actually gonna sit where it needs to sit. This one here I kind of grind off to where the hole is. But basically a hole's gonna go there, hole's gonna go here. I'll set the seat back up here to kind of get where the other ones are gonna be going again. Other than that, it should be ready to bolt up. Let me go get the seat real quick and then we'll do all this other stuff. Alright, so we got all the holes marked back out where they need to be. I'm gonna center where I need to drill. So I decided once I get these in place, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do about this front one. I'm gonna drop the bolts in these, and then we'll move the seat around, and then see where I need to mark that other one. Because I don't want to keep going back and forth and fighting, trying to find out where everything goes. So my hobo freight thing's about ready to give out on these. Lube on there. Actually spray. There we go. That'll cook with something. What a lot of people do too is they'll drill the hole bigger, that way you can kind of slot it and kind of make up for the angles that you may be off a little bit. Some people can get it right on the first try. don't do these drill bits. These are old and they need to be replaced anyway. So I'm just gonna buy new ones eventually. Also, you probably should C-clamp this down to the table, that way it doesn't spin fucking, that's a cursing, wait, so it don't hit you. Like I said, I'm gonna get these started. I got the bolts in the shop for this already, and I'll end up just dropping the seat on there with the bolts and kind of line up, see what I want to do with that fourth hole. So it's kind of on the edge there. Also, it should be noted that the holes that I drilled in the car match these hole patterns. So I'm going to drill all the way through to the other side to make sure they match. Like so. So, you get these bolts. So the bolts I'm going to drop in here are not going to be the ones that are going to stay. They're just going to be so I can use it as a template for that fourth hole. If I can get the third one out. But I want to be able to put it on there and adjust it as needed. That way I know where exactly that fourth one should go. But once we get these drilled out, everything's perfect. All I gotta do is drill 3 more and we can mount it in the car. So let's get the seat up here. Also, let it be noted that unless you're building like a $100,000 restoration, like all these big companies do, dude, just have fun with this stuff, man. Just do it. Don't be scared to get out of your comfort zone to kind of try something new, test your abilities to do stuff. See, all 3 line up. The bracket is straight across. That's actually perfect. What I'd really like to do is just weld this to that. And that way all I do is just pull the seat mount. But the thing about it is, I may still just tack this one. I'll bolt these down for support, tack this front one, and be done with it. We're not going to worry about drilling a 4th one. And it'll be over with. How about that? Let's try some redneck stuff. That's what we're gonna do. Permanent seat locate. So basically what I'm gonna do is kind of leave it as is, because it actually sits the seat very well. But I know it's not going to be too far that way in the car. So Basically, all I'm gonna do is just take it, flip it, and then reinstall. The only thing bad is this thing is right. This is right in the way, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Basically, just take this, turn that way. Support that. Boom. Kind of move that where it needs to be. It's a lot harder when you just have one person. Use a second hand. Line up because the seat fits on the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's that one not lined up. Lines up there. Lines up there. That's a little too forward. Try that. Make that make sense. Move that squared all the way. It's hot. Let's see. Something's better right here. That makes sense. I think it's completely square. Yeah, that one don't line up. Is it? Oh, that's what it is. This. Go back. That's what Here's one. We'll figure this out. Hold on. So, have you ever had a project that tested your faith in humanity? This right here. It looks like hammered dog shit. They're probably gonna monetize my films for this, but I don't care. Like I said, you really can't see this anyway. Most of this is going to be under the seat. I will try to clean this up and kind of spray the edges you will see with paint. So I'm going to do right now, like I said, budget friendly. I'm just trying to get the seats in the car to where they're actually mounted. I had broke 2 stepping bits, which over there on the ground now, which was amazing, by the way. When it snapped, it just went into a million pieces. I don't know if I ever had one snap before. So I did end up going into my old stash of drill bits and do the old Louisiana waltz, where you just waddle it out until it fits. So all the holes line up. I want to kind of spray this real quick and kind of get it to dry, because for some reason it dries quicker when it's colder. Make that make sense? I've never had paint do that before. Usually when it's cold outside, it takes forever to dry, but for some reason it doesn't now. And now it's starting to rain again. So let me go run in there and get some paint. I mean, like I said, this video is not going to be, it's not going to be more entertaining for y'all how frustrated I am just by making seat mounts. And now you're thinking to yourself, you got to do cab corners and floors and all that's a lot easier. Literally, you just place it up there, draw it, cut it, weld it, done. When you, like I said, I'm trying my hand at fabricating. So I fabricated a few things on boats and everything like that. It worked out really well, but we had excessive tools. I need to actually go back and start buying more drill bits and separate bits and stuff like that. But let me get some paint, get this painted, and then we'll test fit it in the car. That way we can get all this done. And hopefully get y'all a video. All right, so whatever that was. Anyway, so I got it installed. I was gonna record install and everything like that. I'm sure y'all already tired of this video because it's slow and everything like that. But like I said, I got better content coming. But it did work. Everything fit perfect. I watered out the holes a little bit on the bottom. I gave it a little persuasion on this side here, kind of turn it, but it's, like I said, it sits really, really well. And that mount that I was telling you about that I built in the corner, it needed support for the seat because I didn't want it to sag on one side. As you can see, I'm 206 and it ain't going anywhere. It's secured. You can still slide the seat up, slide the seat back, everything's ready to be. I also made this one here 1/4 of an inch taller than the driver's seat. Only because I don't know how tall people are going to be riding the passenger seat, so I want them to be able to sit up high. As you can see, the windows are not really easy. I mean, it's perfect height. You see out the window, you see everything, you see over the hood. If y'all been on my channel previously, I mean, I'll go back and go through all the other videos that I had. Probably been about 2 years since I've been on here, like I said. It actually shows this car. This car's been on the video before. You can see before and after pictures of it, but I want to kind of run y'all through it and show y'all how it transformed, and I'll show you that it actually starts up, it moves, it drives, and everything like that. So everything works. Like I said, I rewired it. Still drizzling a little bit, but it'll be all right. Sorry about the headlamp. I had it kind of in between switch over there. But you can see everything still works. Even the dome light works. Ain't that something? But you can see this is the original seat for the back. Laid carpet. Like I said, seats from a 90s to early 2000s Civic. Boat foam on the doors. I got it going up, as you can see, up the pillar, down the B pillar. Also on the kick plates. There. I still gotta put sill plates on the floors here, but I mean that's a 5-second job. Like I said, I kind of messed up earlier in the video. I said it was a hunter green. It's not. It's a cypress green because we're from Louisiana. We know all about cypress. So it's a cypress green on top with a lace paint job. It's got silver glitter, and on the outskirts, down the center, and then on the edges, it's got like a black, red, blue, green, purple glitter, metallic flake, I guess you would say, metallic flake on the top. I even did the vent. It has the metallic plate on it. Bumpers are in the cypress green. Everything else is left black. The paint is still the patina. There was a black patina if you've seen it before, but it's got a candy green paint on top of the patina, so when in the sunlight you can still see patina through the candy green, which is kind of something I want to do. Don't often see that very often. did the interior, the inside, the motor bay. I used trunk spray. Everything was sprayed black. And I used trunk spray. I'm sorry about the lighting because it's getting dark outside. But cast iron paint for the engine. Detroit diesel green for like all the little stripes and everything like that. And all the little up there on the firewall. Like I said, the trunk spray. It's got like these paint chips in it. Still got the flat 6 volts still. Everything has been rewired. New wires to the coil, new wires to headlights, new wires to ignition system, new wires to the interior. You can actually see that the dash lights still work. Only thing I need to fix on here is the gas gauge. I just need to put some solder on the wire that's behind the faceplate of the dash. The trunk was done. And the trunk spray, this is the wire that you can see here. That was just testing to make sure to see if the fuel gauge would work. Spare tire, the original factory hubcap on it. See, I got parking lights on the back, wired them from the front. Like I said, I pretty much went through this entire car from front to back. Built the new plate on the back here. Between the bumpers, didn't have it when I bought the car. It was just the metal frame. It's got a cherry bomb exhaust on it. It was kind of quiet, and I wanted to kind of have like a little rowdy sound. It has a rowdy sound for a flat 6. Sounds really, really good. My Denali was in the shop for like 2 weeks. I daily drove this thing for 2 weeks. No issues. That was the brakes, transmission, engine. All that really changed on it as far as I had an issue with was the electric fuel pump. It doesn't have the mechanical pump anymore. It's still there, but it doesn't work. So we have an electric pump on it. That was the only issue I had with it. Other than that, it runs, it drives. I drive it everywhere. I drove it for like a week and it burned. It's every day for a week. I think I burned like 2.5 gallons of gas, which is nothing. But like I said, we're gonna do better content on the next one. I just want to get this one done. Got a car show tomorrow. I think it's Toys for Tots. So we're gonna do a little toy run for them. This will be out there. I'll try to get probably some video of that. Didn't really get much hints on that. A lot of people don't like seeing the car shows, but it's a local car show. A lot of local people come around and support the community. We ask that everybody comes out there. I think Southern Muscle was the one putting it out. But other than that, man, until next time, we'll see y'all next time, man. We'll get on this one here. Like I said, we'll get on the C10. I'm gonna end up putting the, like I said, I'll put the boat by the tree, move the Mustang over there because I'm still waiting on an engine for this one. I like to let's do some comments, man. Everybody loves the patina. I already got one patina already. I would really like to paint this one. I thought about doing a two-tone, maybe do the charcoal gray on top, the blue and the charcoal gray in the center, and the blue on the bottom. I want this truck to look good. Like I said, I'm doing everything on a budget. It's not gonna be expensive. I already bought parts from like probably a year or two ago for this truck. Cab corners. I already put the, like I said, I already put the rockers on. It's already on there already. I want to do the floors, kind of weld up some holes here, there in the cab. Get it to where it's a really good daily driver, so I can drive that one and this one. And eventually, if I decide to sell these, it'll go to a good home, and I don't have to worry about nobody else having problems with these vehicles. You can get in it, turn the key, and go. But as far as now, you can see my shop. I think I was lying about the 20 washers under the seats. No, these are some here. All the rest of them are in there. Literally holding the seat up with washers. But I wanted to make sure that it was going to hold. I wanted to make sure that it was going to sit right, ride right, everything like that. But like I said, we'll get better content. We'll get everything going. Hopefully everything works out. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and start making things. Like I said, it's my first time really fabbing things for cars. Everything's usually bought online, and then you kind of just weld them in place and install them. I want to kind of get into that. I hate using their names, but like I like Puddin's Fab Shop because he goes out and he's really good at what he does, and I want to get up on his level. Not necessarily quit my job to do what he's doing, I would love to do that. That would be amazing. I would love to work with cars all day long. But like I said, I got other projects like my buddy's truck, and we'll probably get like here and there odds and ends, cars coming in. But I want to kind of get like him, where he's building floor panels, he's building C-notches, and he's building all this stuff like that. I want to get to that level. Only way to get to that level is to try, and that's why I started out small. Started out with the seat mounts, and this is what we got. So hopefully we'll get some more subscribers, and y'all start liking content. Like I said, I would like for y'all to comment on the video of what we're gonna do with the C10. If there's anything else y'all want me to do to